My comfort chair. Hey, YouTube. All right, I'll wait till a couple more people come in the room. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. I don't know. Yesterday, I didn't get anybody come on live. So I'm going to see what happens today. Just wait for a few more minutes. I'm going to try that StreamYard. I tried to get on there yesterday or last night. Okay, y'all. Who's in here? Okay, here's two. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, please. As you enter the room, got some good information. And look at my brand new chair. I'm going to talk about that. I bought me this brand new chair today at Office Depot in Tucker that's going out of business. And this was one of the demo chairs on the floor. It was originally $300 and something, and I got it for $208, which includes the taxes plus a 3-year warranty, free warranty. So if anything happens to this chair, it will be replaced at no cost. Hey, YouTube. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Let me go 3 for 3. You know, I'm not monetized, so I'll appreciate it. Look at my brand new chair. Looky. Hey, Fiat. Look at my brand new office chair. I bought it today. It was assembled already. And let me take it and show y'all. See, look. Can you see it? Look. Look at my brand new chair. Neat. Now let me put it up. So I bought this chair today at Office Depot on Tucker. It was going out of business. So this was the floor model because when they told me that it was like 10, 11 pieces, you had to put this. No, it's not a Serta. Nope, I don't. Nope. You know what? I didn't like the Serta. They had one. It was a Serta, and it didn't feel comfortable. Hey, Dorian. I shouldn't have. Trust me, Dorian. You know I got something for you. It's just a matter of me mailing it. It's gonna be worth it. But yeah, it is so comfortable. You know, I was sitting on that. You see that chair right there? Well, that was a chair that went to a dining room table that I had for over 15, 16, 18 years. No, I had it longer than that. And then I was sitting on this other chair that I had my neighbor across the street. They was getting rid of it. It was so uncomfortable. You saw that chair I be sitting in when I be on in my room. That chair was so dang uncomfortable. It wasn't even an office chair. So I went to Office Depot and it was going out of business. So I bought this brand new chair because I'll be working from home that I started last week, Thursday. And trust me, if I have to sit there for 8 hours, 9 hours a day, my back was killing me. So I have to be able to be comfortable. So this chair is a real pretty chair too. So when I bought it, Everything was as is. Hey, Romeo. So they had this in a box. So I was like, how hard is it to put together? They said if you're a person who's good at assembling furniture, it shouldn't be that hard. But trust me, this was not one of these cheap chairs. They said it's like every piece of this chair had to be assembled. I said, no, I ain't got all time. I don't got all day for that. And then if you got someone to put it in there for you, what happened to your lap? I don't know what happened. I was on there on the StreamYard and I was trying to um do it and I just couldn't figure it out. I guess I must look at YouTube and see how that StreamYard works. But I played it back and I was able to hear myself, but I couldn't see. And I couldn't see the chat. It says copyright. Mm, I don't know. YouTube been acting funny. When I get on there, they said copyright and then it would stop. So I guess there's certain things you can't say. So anyway, so I bought this chair. It was already assembled, and I was telling the guy, I said, there ain't no way that chair's gonna fit in the car. So he said it would. It did fit in the car. It fit right in that little Corolla in the back seat. And so when I got home, yeah, something wrong with YouTube. I'm not even monetized, so it don't even make no difference. So I don't know. So I bought this chair. It was off the showroom floor, and all the chairs that they were selling, if it was already in a box, it was already there. But if they didn't have it, so like they had this one in a box, but when I was asking about how easy to assemble, people don't tell you anything. It's easy to assemble. I said, well, how many pieces in this chair? They were talking about 10, 12 pieces. I'm like, nope, I ain't trying to do that. So I said, well, because the chairs that's assembled at Office Depot, or even if you go to like Big Lots, those are professionally assembled. So they have someone who assembled it, and they, as to show the display. So I said, I ain't got all time for that. So I bought this chair. It still covers under the warranty, and it's covered for 3 years. And I needed something because we'll be in the workload of training now. So I walked away. How much was the chair? Oh, I didn't even say how much it cost. $203, which include the tax and everything. It was like 190 something, and then when he told me, he said it was a 3-year replacement. So he took off the $15. So it was about 203, 202, something like that, which includes the tax and the 3-year protection program, they call it. So anything goes wrong with this chair, if it breaks or whatever, then all I got to do is take it to go back to Office Depot and they'll replace it. Yeah, it's a good deal. It's comfortable too. Oh, my man. And trust me, anything, that's going to lead up to my topic for tonight. Now, I just got through watching Terry Tips. I don't know if y'all remember him. He's a Uber driver in Atlanta, and I met him in person about 3 years ago. I want to say when Uber Lady Charlotte DeJour, Terry Tips, myself, and who I'm missing, Toya, and we all met. She came to Atlanta basically really to do her YouTube channel, and we all met. So I met Terry, but I used to watch Terry too. I do watch him a lot. So I just got to watching his video a few minutes ago. And he was talking about the car rental, and he was one of those Uber drivers, you know, um, that he's been doing it for what, over 5 years. I want to say he was probably one of the original Uber drivers when he first started. So he would make a good over 1,500, 1,600, maybe a little bit more per week doing Uber and Lyft. So a lot of people gravitate towards his channel to get tips and driving Uber, and so Terry pretty good. So now, as most of y'all know, with this COVID, that this is really affecting a lot of drivers, where they now have to. Even Terry said, he just said it in his video. It wasn't in a long video, and usually his whole phrase was, what is his phrase? His phrase is, I'm out there, you out there, the money's out there. We out there. What is it? How he used to say, you out there, we out here, because the money's out there. So he will always say the money is out there. Not now. There ain't no money out there. I said, about 3 days ago, he was doing Uber. He was doing Uber Eats now, food delivery. Everybody's jumping from, because you can't do people. That's non-existent. I don't care where you at. Atlanta, New York, small town USA, Florida. Ain't nobody taking Uber or Lyft. So the passenger, the day of calling passengers and picking up customers to get paid, nope. It is gone. Just like the other guy, Rideshare Revolution in Chicago. He was another big timer, making a lot of good money doing Uber and Lyft. Now, they resorting to doing food. DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats. Mostly Uber Eats and DoorDash seems to be the two food deliveries. And watching Terry, he, oops, let me turn this thing because I know someone don't like the beeping noise. Hold on. I ain't gonna stay here long tonight. I'm gonna try to stay within an hour. So all these people who were so used to making money doing the passenger deliveries came to, it suddenly kind of, get smacked in the face. That you put all your eggs in one basket by driving, doing people. That's why people do multiple apps doing people, doing Uber and Lyft. But then when that suddenly is wiped out, gone, then you have to have another plan C. Plan A was Uber, Lyft was plan B, plan C is food delivery. So now that everyone is doing food delivery, Uber, Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, even Instacart, now people are not even making any money doing that. Now, let me tell you, when I first saw that Instacart was saying, oh, we need to get 10,000 people to do the deliveries, blah, 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 blah. Then people videos that I've been watching, suddenly they're not making any money because it's like you're driving so far out, so far away. You hoping that you may get a good tip, but then even then, that's not even, people are not even appreciate your service by doing deliveries, because you have to think about it. Who is typically ordering, that's going to order a large grocery bill and give you great tips? And ain't that many, because number one, when you think about it, if you already had I walked away, how much was the, oh, I already answered that. So just think about it. The ones who was executives or people who did a lot of travel or those high paying type positions, they had a disposable income to get their groceries delivered to their home or order food deliveries. And they had, they were able to, they tip well. Now, I'm not saying all, but most people, when you get good tips, you have to look at the type of clientele that was really tipping and you was getting paid. Now that those people are home, they work from home, you know, um, they have the time to say, you know what, I'm going to grow, I'm going to go and do my own grocery shopping, or they just more mindful of what they're spending. They don't really use the service. They in hopes that people think that, oh, everybody going to have to stay at home. They're not going to want to go out and do their own grocery shopping. No, because someone people ain't going to want to stay at home and order food and their groceries to be delivered. They at home all day. They want to get out too. They're gonna say, well, you know what? I got the time. Let me go ahead and do my own grocery shopping. So, what kind of customers are really ordering the food to get delivered? You know, the ones who are using the service, free delivery service at nasty McDonald's, they want you to spend $15 minimum to deliver McDonald's. All these restaurants are mostly fast food places. Oh, I don't have enough subscribers to do super chat. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. But I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. Once I figure out how to do the other app, I'll put my little cash app thing on there. But I'm not one to be, I don't want to say beg. I appreciate this if you'll leave a trees, if you'll just subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I'll do the donations later, but when I do it, I'm gonna do mine to invest in my channel so I could be able to do more professional production, and also I want to do well, I appreciate that. I don't even know what my Cash App thing is. Besides Super Chat, I heard that not Amazon, Google takes 40-60% of it. So, but I thought I had I don't know. But anywho, I want to grow my channel. That's my goal, is to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers, and then after that. But right now, I just want to be able to share with my fellow friends in virtual land and my loyal subscribers. So that's what I appreciate. Is give valuable information, share valuable information, let people know what's going on, because times are hard now. Times are hard. So when I just got to watching Terry Tips and he's trying to do $120, I was eating dinner, which was breakfast. So he was having a problem trying to get $120 doing food delivery. Now all those drivers who was doing Uber and Lyft, everybody's gonna jump on doing Uber Eats. And I'm not saying it's saturated with delivery drivers, but the problem is that you're now focusing on mostly fast food restaurants, um, lower end restaurants, depending on where you at, most of the time, the more higher end restaurants, like here in Atlanta, is like the Buckhead, um, you know, High Indicator, and all those other good, those good restaurants. Back in the day, when it was like Thai restaurants and high end pizza parlors, not no nasty ass Domino's and Papa John's either. I'm talking about really high end restaurants that use the food delivery services. Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was able to make on a lazy week. I was making at least a little bit over $800 doing food, and I was not doing it, and it was not. I might have worked 30 something hours a week, and I made 800 and something back in the day. But the difference was, it was um, the pay rates were higher, and I'm talking about with all of them, even with Instacart, the pay rates were higher. Um, I strategically knew the areas to go to, so I wasn't driving all over the place. I was, pretty much stayed in that circle. And most people who really made money, they knew not to go out of that circle. Some people stayed in Sandy Springs, and they said that if it took them out of Sandy Springs, they didn't take the delivery. They stayed within that circle, and you literally would get. For me, when I did Grubhub or Uber Eats, I tried to do two at the same time one time, but sometimes it was so busy. I would get at least 4 deliveries per hour, 3 to 4 deliveries per hour, averaging anywhere from $15, $16, $18 if it's a real good day, you know, an hour. And sometimes I took breaks in between. So now here it is, 4 years later. This would have been 4 years. This fourth year, if I was doing it, look how it changed. It changed like that. And I knew when it was time to get out the game. You know, I knew it was time to get out the game. It was too much money being spent in terms of gas, because I had that Kia Optima, which was it was a good car, but it was not. Um, I was spending a lot of money in gas every other day. I was like, God dang. And then the rates were dropped like crazy. That's why I was telling people, don't do no referral. Don't be advertising that referral. The only time I did referrals is if I was telling someone one on someone I knew close, not plastered all over my channel, trying to get the referral money, and then talk about, oh, if I get $200, I'm gonna give you half. Man, you ain't got time to be giving people half of the money. If they wanted to sign up and they signed up and you got the referral, shoot, that was just short term gain and caused the rates to drop because they knew that if they gave those referral codes, that they knew those rates were going to drop. That's economics, point blank, period. That's why I never condone that. I never condone that. Why would I want to create competition? Because that's what it was. You creating on your own competition. Then they were trying to do a strike and trying to talk about, oh, we want to strike so they could increase the rates. Man, I knew that wasn't going to work. It was not going to work, you know, because everybody's not going to subject themselves to do it because they knew that out of desperation, people's going to continue. It's going to be like, oh, I can't afford to do that. I'm not going to do that. So they're not going to strike. You know, they're not going to demand anything. And then now, look what happened. Look what happened. Uber and Lyft Even those scooters. I drove downtown Atlanta last week like 3:30, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was dead. This was straight downtown Atlanta, Buckhead. I don't think say downtown. Buckhead, Midtown. Not a single car, no businesses. All those office buildings were empty. Nobody was going home. Nobody was taking an Uber, Lyft. They weren't on no scooters, no nothing. I was like, dang. And that's why I said I wish I had me a camera. I could have showed the streets and just start showing people around what it looked like, you know? And they didn't even implement no shelter in place from the governor. That was just plain businesses, people working from home. So those who work from home, they not ordering food working at the office. They at home. There's no reason for them to order food, you know. There's no reason for them to do groceries because they do it themselves. People, there's only so much people's gonna sit around and be like, oh God. They're gonna be like, let me go ahead and go to the grocery store, get my own groceries. They're not really doing. Oh, I thought I had said that. It was 203, 202, 200 and something dollars, the low 200s, which included the tax and the 3-year protection plan, which was free. So they took it off of the $202 price. Do you, did you, oh, hell no. I bought this at Office Depot. I do not buy no raggedy ass chairs from no Walmart. Mm-mm. I went right to Office Depot because Office Depot, the one in Tucker, y'all hear me talk about Tucker a lot. They was going out of business. So I bought this at the Tucker and it was already assembled because I got the floor model. I did not feel like dragging that box and trying to put it together. Every piece of this chair you had to put together. And I was like, no. They say it was not hard if you take your time, and I ain't got time. I needed this chair because I go back to work Sunday and I needed something. So it made sense. It was already assembled, it's already under warranty, and all I had to do was, they helped me put the chair in the car and it fit right in the back seat of the Corolla. And then all I had to do was take it out the car and put this and took this upstairs. Was yours the same? I don't understand what you're saying. Was yours the same? The same as what? It's the same chair that was in the box, yeah. But this was already made. They was already selling out a lot of things. I mean, oh no, I ain't putting out not one screw in this chair. It was already assembled. This was the floor model. What? I know it ain't no Chrome Man coming up in my chat. Where you been? Oh no, I could have bought this chair from the box, but I would have to assembled it every piece. I was like, that didn't seem. It wasn't one of those cheap chairs that I bought years ago that was $50, and you just put the base and then put the wheels on the back. Everything you had, I looked at the chair. I said, "Can I see?" And I was like, "No." And he says, "Well," and since they had to sell this chair anyway, and it was already this chair was like $300 and something dollars, and then when I bought it, it was two something, which is a 3-year warranty. So that was a good price. So it's comfortable. I can tell you that. I think if they have more chairs and they still have some more, I may buy me another chair. Not the same exact one, but maybe buy me a cheaper chair. And I could put this in my office because, this is my second bedroom. That's the second office. Because, I have a Mac in my other room that you normally see me in the other room. You didn't see this in the background. This is just a bedroom that has no bed. It just has the, whatchamacallit. That's what's against the wall. So, yeah. So the point that I was making is that people who were really good at making money when they was doing Uber and Lyft, and you can't even make $100 doing Uber Eats, because you have to understand, a lot of people ain't gonna be ordering food like that. You know, in this economic crunch, you're not gonna spend $15 to have your McDonald's delivered. No. No way, no how. Even if they did say free delivery, they can say free delivery all day long, but you have a minimum of $15, $20, $25. Other than that, it didn't make no sense for a restaurant to stay open. Um, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And they ain't raising no rates either. Because, see, you could tell they having problems. Even not just Uber Eats, but DoorDash too. They said, oh, we have a free delivery. Because in order for Uber Eats and Grubhub to try to make some money, is that they have to negotiate with these restaurants. Okay, we'll just offer a free delivery for you to continue to use the service. Otherwise, they shall. So otherwise, there's no reason for them to be open. So the negotiations they had with Uber Eats and Grubhub to offer free delivery, they say, okay, we'll offer free delivery, but there's a minimum. If it's $15 for nasty ass McDonald's, and I can't say nasty because I ate last night, I went to McDonald's. But you know what? I give them a hard time because when I go to McDonald's to the drive-through, my food better be hot. And last night I was like, these fries feel greasy. And I told them to, hey, Lady Nick. And I told them, I said, nope, I want me some fresh fries. If I'm going to spend $8 at McDonald's, I'm going to get me some hot fries. Sure did. I did that. I do that with Chick-fil-A, and I do that with every time. If I got to go to the drive-through, because I never like going to no drive-through for no food. But I was so lazy, I didn't feel like cooking nothing. But then I had forgot that I had some fish defrosting. And I was like, God dang it. I said, I forgot all about this dang fish. I was going to fry me some fish. But I already went to McDonald's, ate it, and went on about my little business. Uber Eats promotion boost is lower than the regular pay. Regular pay. I don't understand what you say. Uber Eats promotion boost is lower. I don't understand. Well, like I said, these restaurants, they have to have a minimum for them to even offer delivery. So if McDonald's minimum is $15, then I'm quite sure all of the other places is going to be a minimum of $15. So if you're not making any money picking up Uber Eats and you just picking up a simple, well, $15, first of all, either one, you're raising the regular price because it's $6.99 for a Big Mac meal, $7.20, $7.19. 1.6 boost now is like the regular pay. It always been like that. I know, so basically, either the price is the same or it's higher. And $6.99 for the Big Mac number one. If you order the Uber Eats, I wish I could. You know what? I'm not even gonna download no Uber Eats app. I don't even want to know. I don't even care. Then how much is it ordering through the app? It can't be $6.99. It has to be higher because it's always been higher before. So when they started offering free delivery with a minimum of $15, I said no. I said they ain't gonna be good for drivers to do Uber Eats. Some people will tell you 40% drop, others say we have to pay. Yeah. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't do it. Not me. I would not do it for none of them. I had a block today with Amazon Flex. It was $30 minimum, between $30 to $45 for 2 hours to do Amazon Fresh. It was supposed to be from 4:30 to 6:30. So I did my other gigs because I had to go back to a couple of the CVS to redo an assignment with merchandiser because they said, dang, I got to correct these. Otherwise, I'm not going to get my 40 something dollars. So I had done some other little things on survey and I ended up making almost $60 today. And I didn't drive I didn't drive all over the place. Now I got some things to do tomorrow morning to do merchandising at the Kroger's. It was $13.50 per hour. So that means if I was to drag that out and put up the merchandise around the Kroger, then I would get $26. I did see the packages posted. I see that. I know, why are you writing so complete sentences? I don't understand what you're saying, Crow Man. I see that on Amazon Flex. I did see the packages posted as much. Well, I canceled it before the time approached because I was nowhere near Duluth, and so I canceled it. Good night. It was okay, Shell. You getting off from work? Yeah, I never did get to my point yet. So I think with all these advertisements of all these companies, just fresh, not packages. Well, I'll bring up that. I'm gonna ask you that in a minute. Then let me finish my other thought. So today, for the last couple of weeks, rather, I've seen on Indeed and this other site. Let me put it down here. Rat Race Rebellion. Oops, wait a minute. Rat Race Rebellion.com. RatRaceRebellion.com. Hey, Erica. So, RatRaceRebellion.com is basically like a resource site that was started 8, 9, 10 years ago, I think. I remember this company when it was established by that woman because I read about it. And she was probably one of the first people who was talking about working from home, telework. And all they did was put a bunch of different information and made a website, and they got like a whole bunch of sponsors on there, and they made a killing. And they just simply saw a need where people were getting scammed through getting work from home jobs and not knowing where to go to look for these work at home jobs. So when they started this company, Rat Race Rebellion, on a website, I got a lot of information from various companies working from home, and it's not a scam either. They really do their due diligence in making sure they provide valuable information, resources for people to work from home. So I found, I don't know if I went through Rat Race Rebellion, but someone told me about this 3 years ago. But then I realized I remember coming across this company, but because they used to go by a different name when they first started, I said, okay, I remember this person. yeah, it's still pretty good. So I always get notification of different positions that they're hiring. So in a way, I want to say I probably got the job I got through now because I did work with this company and got hired a few years ago, but I never started for some reason. I can't remember. But this time around, when I applied, I finally got an interview and then I got hired. But I can't tell y'all what company I work with. I can't disclose that, but it's a very good company. I'll tell you that. And and they offer good benefits. So 90 days. Right now I'm in training, so I got to get through training, go through nesting. But this particular company that company I work with, they provide you with your own computer. But and then Monday I applied for a company. It was called dang, I forgot the name already. I'll put it in the chat. Oh goodness, I can't remember it. Hold on, let me see something here. Mm-hmm. I was trying to go to my email. Thank you, Erica. So, oh God, I can't remember it. I'll tell y'all on Monday when I finish. But anyway, the other company, I'm speaking with the talent acquisition on Monday at 10:15. Now, I applied for this position about 2 weeks, it was almost 2 weeks ago. And they said, oh, we have no more opportunities at this time, blah, blah, blah. So then Rat Race Rebellion had announced it again. So when they announced it again, I went back, I logged on, and that's when they had appointments. I said, "Oh, they got to schedule appointments." I grabbed it immediately. I grabbed it and said, "Okay, I want the first available one Monday." And oh, that's what it is. I'm gonna write it in the chat. That's the name of it. Next Rep. And so I'll be talking to them on Monday. Now I too spoke with this company about 2, 3 years ago, but I was pussyfooting around because they were looking for people to work from home to actually work for Grubhub. You know how when you do deliveries for Grubhub and you have to call somebody on the phone, and they was based out of Chicago at one time. They probably still is, but I don't know if they still in Chicago. They were looking for people, um, independent contractors to take calls for Grubhub, and you went to NextRep to work with them. So now they hiring again. But this time they said they won't tell you who it is. They said a major grocery store delivery service. They need people to answer to be in the chat. There's two different positions. One is the 1-800 infomercial infomercials, and that's 24/7. And you choose your blocks of time. And then this other one is a chat. So they said they're looking for people to start a 3-day training for 3 hours a day. It must be real simple for it to only be 3 hours and 3 days. And then you make up your own schedule, you choose your own blocks, and you'll be in the chat helping people who have issues ordering food, ordering groceries on the app, or something like that. So they're looking for people. So go nextrep.com and you'll take a series of assessment tests because I had to take all these different assessment tests. It's not hard, but you just have to go through it. But the quicker you do it and you get a hold of somebody, then they'll pretty much tell you. So I'll find out Monday. So on Monday evening, I'll come back and tell you how it went. But it doesn't pay that well. That's the only drawback. But I said, shoot, to sit at home and be in the chat and you make your own little schedule, you can't beat that. So, but it was many of companies that I've been looking at this week that's been hiring. Some pays 14, 16 an hour. Some you have to use your own computer. The main important thing is you have to have some of them require either a landline phone because they work on the VPN system of your phone, and it has to be hardwired. So not all, but most will. But they'll tell you what the requirements are. Some of them will give you a laptop computer to work from home. They'll give you a Mac, and it's several companies. Another one is Transcom.com. They're looking for technical support representatives. So, Crow Man, I know you went to school for tech, and I will look into that if I were you. And you can work from home. I know you mentioned about your computer and stuff, but I found a whole bunch of companies, and they're not even one of these third-party consulting firms. There was this. I keep getting this email all the time for this one company up there in Swanee. They're looking for people to work from home for technical support. Technical support one. Yep. Transcom. And there's another company. Put it this way, there's several companies out there that's looking for people, tech support. And I know you told me you went to school for technical support. So I think you should do it. They don't want you to do no coding tests and all that stuff. If you understand just basic technical support, I try to learn that. Atlanta is it depends. Not really. I wouldn't know. Oh, you can't say certain things. They tell you not how to. No, I don't think so. I think it depends what you're trying to do. I think if you're trying to go into the IT, like anything with more like data scientists and coding and programming, I think they really want someone to show them they could do that. And a lot of people, particularly if they are from other countries like Indians, and they got those jobs, they tend to be very snobbish and they tend to be very whatever when they hold those positions. So I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want my channel to be blocked. But I think that has more to do with a lot of racial profiling about people going into the tech field. And just like how people were saying they would work in Silicon Valley, and if you don't look a certain way, they're going to try to give you a hard time to get into that field. But I think if you, bias, that's the word. So I think if you, at this point, those same people who've been working at those type of jobs, they could fall just as easy. You know, you're only good as you know, when you first come along, you be thinking, oh, you're so luxury to get the 6-figure job, making 80,000 plus a year, and look what's going to happen. with this economy and how quickly they decide to implement automation. Your job could be Their job could be gone just like that. One moment you could be thinking you're making 80,000 plus a year because you're a programmer, but then all it takes is somebody to is to do a little code and automation, and then it's we don't need no engineering, we don't need y'all no more. Everything gets obsolete in a year's time or less. Those same skill sets that people think got them the job is the same skill sets that could just you considered obsolete. Next, but you'll always need that first line of support person um, who's going to service, say, more the regular folks. You know, you're always going to need certain people to serve certain groups. Everybody, they don't need 5 to 10 managers anymore. They don't need managers. You know, they don't need um, project leaders and things to do stuff. But there's always going to be a need. So me, I'm not trying to, all I want to do is, I'm 51 and all I want to do is just pay off my whatever bills I got, pay off this mortgage, try to pay off the student loans, but I don't know if that will ever happen, and probably move into a tiny house somewhere and live off the off the grid. I've been watching for the last couple of days these YouTube videos, people buying, living in these tiny houses. I said, oh, that is so cute. And you should have seen it. I said, shoot, I could put that tiny house right there in my grandmother's land because my grandmother already parched off the land for my mother and her siblings and my aunts and uncles. And shoot, I'll buy me a tiny house and put it right in that damn backyard. I sure would. Or get that tiny house. No, because my mother already got a house up in Goose Creek. But shoot, I'll downsize this house right here. This house is so big, I'm literally stay in my room most of the time. I mean, I'm in this room doing my YouTube on this computer. And then when I go in the other room, that's for the other job, work from home. And then my bedroom. I don't even sit downstairs no more in my living room. I mean, I go in to, wash clothes and go and cook in the cook. But all this house, I don't need all this. I could literally turn each of these rooms into a tiny room. And if somebody wanted to, had no place to go, I would rent like this room here. They got their own bathroom. This could be a room for someone, for one person. I stay in my other room. My other one is the office. And so, but nope. Because the first thing someone's going to come to me, well, I'm an Uber driver and I just need a place to live. And right now, I ain't going to do that. Mm-mm. I don't even want a relatives to so much stay with me. My uncle, I know he's in a predicament that he needs to move because he's been hinting at me for the last several months, but he ain't say nothing yet. So I know, Erica, I want to minimize too. I was looking at some of those cute houses. Oh, it was so pretty. I said, shoot, I will bull down this house and or better yet, put me a tiny house in the backyard. You saw my backyard. Y'all see my videos and I'll show you the backyard that leads up to the woods. That house, I could put a mini house in the backyard, rent this house to a regular family for about 1,600, 1,400 a month, and build me a tiny house in the backyard. Man, I was looking at those videos all last night. I was like, man, that's cute. And you should have seen it how they get it. And I'm like, dog, I said, I never heard of the tiny house before. I know. I saw one lady, this black lady, her house was pretty. It was like, I was like, dang. And somebody said they pay what, $20 a month for utilities. I was like, what? And they pay what, 500 a month just to have the the house on whatever land, and then you can move it. And some people say they wanted to move it to they have family land. Some people had a tiny house in the backyard of the parents' house. But it was cute though. I think I first heard about these tiny houses, what, 2 years ago? Somebody was talking about it, but I never saw anything. They said, I want to buy a tiny house. I said, a tiny house? What are you talking about? Then when they showed one house, then I started seeing a new thing that's going out that people are doing is living in vans. Some people had converted those vans and those old school buses or RVs. That's what it is, RVs. It was RV school buses, and they was converting that into into a living arrangement. Yep, I saw that too. They make a house on a bus or a van. I saw that last night, and it was amazing. People had a stove, bathroom, but if I was to get one, I'd rather get me a tiny house. And some had it like one house I saw. It was so pretty. The outside they had like a garden, and then they had like another little area space. It was so nice. I was like, duh. I know. And some people they started traveling around the country and they do meetup groups. And people come and visit them and meet them and they be in a tiny house. Shoot, I would do that. I sure would. If they said that I could set up my home office in a mini in one of those things, vans or something, and I could work from home in a van and have internet and do that, shoot, I'll do that too. Sure would. I would most certainly be paying off my student loans that way. But it was so cute. If I was a person and I ain't had this house, if I didn't have this house and that money that I had saved up through the years prior to purchasing this home, I would probably have done this. I probably would have bought me a mini house. I probably would have been me a mini. I really would. That 7.5% that I put down on this house and the thousands and thousands of dollars and what it cost to build it, I would have done it. If I knew about this prior to buying this, and matter of fact, I still may do it. I may still do that, to be honest. I still may do it. I might do it. I might get to a point and say, okay, how much does it cost? And where can I live? If I really wanted to do that and say, let's say 5 year plan, 2025. I said, I sell this house because my plan is to pay this mortgage as quickly as I can. They have another one called Cobb Homes. I don't know what Cobb Homes are. Is that Cobb County? They got it like that in Cobb County, or that's something they call. I never heard of. I don't know what Cobb Homes are. And they save money by having gym membership. Yep. Somebody said that they just go to plant, but now that all the gyms are closed, then how are you gonna take a you know they close all the gyms. So that could be hard. But that's what they were doing. Some of them would go to the gym, Planet Fitness, because they were open 23 hours a day. They were closed. They were closed early on Saturday evening, and then they opened up again on Sunday. I would do it. I really would. I would take the money I got from this house, and I would sit there and and have it built and planned and I would get rid of all this furniture I got. Only thing I'll probably take with me is shoes. I wouldn't take nothing. Oh, truck stop for showers. Yeah, but that's kind of I don't know. All those people be taking showers at the same. I know they got. When I worked at this one company doing this temp agency last year, I was doing the technical support for the Wi-Fi support when those truck drivers would go to those truck stops. You got to pay to use the showers or something. It wasn't expensive, but it wasn't expensive. But they still had some of those vans or trucks or whatever. Some of those things I saw pulling this hair off my chin. That's what I'm doing. They ain't great. So look like a billy goat. Um, no, I would see what I would do. I would have my shower thing built right in that. If I was to do a van or convert one of those mini things, whatever, RVs. No, I don't know. No, I'm gonna keep my mini house. I like to have a mini house. I've seen solar energy portable shower. I'll have to see. I sure wish somebody would do an Airbnb on I sure like to see someone do an Airbnb on mini house. I sure would like to stay in one for at least a week just to see how I like it. But the ones I've seen, it was real pretty. Cause I know one thing. I think I could live in them. I think I could do that. I seen that container homes. I first saw that done in Japan or China, one of those two. I've seen, yeah, I've seen that. I think they was doing that in Japan first, and it was literally like a big container, and people were living in. I was like, man, amazing. I don't know if I could do a container. I'm still keep my little mini house. I like the way that I like the way that looks. I don't think it'd be too much to those container homes. It might be hard to get that approved by the state that you live in or where you want to live. I heard that was pretty difficult. I think it's better just to have if you know you have a land somewhere and just have it built. But I already know where I'll put mine. It'll be right on my grandmother's land up there in South Carolina. All that land my grandparents have, and people always be trying to buy or want to get someone to sell it so they could put a trailer park. It's like a trailer park across the street from my grandmother where they lived in South Carolina. And never had no damn trailer park. You know, I looked across the street, across the road, and that's all I see, a bunch of trailers. But if I was since it's gonna be passed on to, my aunts and uncles, then eventually it'd be passed on to us. And it is so much land. You don't even need that much space. My uncle, he's still trying to build this house that's been sitting there undone for the last 10, 12 years. I'm like, when are you even going to finish that house? Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. So, I don't know. Like I said, this is, in this time of age, it makes you really think that material stuff is not as important and everything is going to be, I think even if this thing is goes over, which it won't. I think a lot of companies are going to realize how much money they're going to be able to save. They're not going to, they're going to say, you know what? It's feasible for us to keep it like it is now. Let everybody work from home. We don't got to pay as, we don't got to pay as much expenditures to rent office buildings and all the other things. And with technology, they may just simply say, okay, you know what? Everybody gonna work from home. Um, we're gonna outsource our customer service, and it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be like that. At least I know these 5 companies right now. They all are um, outsourced to company, and it's been like that. This ain't something that just came about. They've been talking about this type. I can't remember what they call it. It's a certain term they call it, and it's not um, jobs going to India in the Philippines. It's great here in the United States. It's been at least 12 years that they've been implementing, bringing a lot of jobs back to the United States, but they're going to do it in a way that they hire people to work from home for third party companies. And these companies get tax breaks. You talk about that stimulus? Let me tell you, if you really read that bill, really read it. I ain't talking about the $1,200, $2,400 for married, and $500 per child under 16, and unemployment, and Uber drivers can get unemployment, and this and that or whatever. The other part of that $1 billion is also goes to businesses that if they retain their employees, that they get credit. They're gonna get money for doing that. So the way they're gonna do that is they could get rid of their immediate customer service departments, support services, outsource it, and that's where you see this vast influx of hiring. AT&T, Sprint, Home Depot, Lowe's, Grubhub, Uber Eats. They are outsourcing those jobs where they're not going to just need someone to call the Philippines and be like, "How you doing? How may I help you?" And Eric, how can I help? Tell you those. You can curse them out all day long. They're gonna still keep to that script. How you doing? We've been glad to help you. There's no problem. We're gonna here to help, and let's go ahead and make sure that you be able to complete your order. And you ask them questions and they ain't answer your question yet. Where's my pay? Okay, there's no problem. We're gonna help you. I said, God damn, I feel like going over that damn phone and choking the hell out of some of these damn people. I'll be cursing them out left and right just to see if they're gonna tell me to shut the hell up or stop using profanity. I keep going just to see what they saying. They stay with the script. They don't deviate that for nothing. So hopefully these companies start hiring American born, English speaking, native speaking people to answer these calls. And I think that's what they're doing, you know, because Instacart was hiring right across the street on Pawn City Marketplace. They were supposed to hire customer service reps in the influx of all these people supposed to be ordering their groceries on Instacart. And I had saw an ad. It didn't say Instacart either. I applied, took the test, interviewed with the recruiter that was in Arizona that was looking for people in Atlanta to work for. Hey, what? Not you, Ruthie. What you doing in here? Jeremy, you finally showed up. I forgot to call you too. Don't worry, but you need to call me. I think I can't remember where I put your number at. Mm, I may have to look for it. I think I took it. I think I erased it by mistake. Anywho, so let me tell you, I went to I interviewed with the temp agency, took the writing test, took the sample test, did all of that, and then he was supposed to schedule me interview that following Thursday with Instacart customer service, which is across the street from Whole Food on Ponce City Marketplace. And after that, I ain't heard from him. I mean, what goddamn? So I went online at Instacart.com, looked up the careers, and saw that they were hiring for customer service. So I applied and stuff, and I ain't heard nothing back. I ain't heard from them since. Next thing you know, I checked again. The position was taken off the website, and then the company that I was telling you about, I saw that they were looking for people to work from home, and it was paying way less because I knew they wasn't paying. I don't know what they were paying. So I think Instacart decided to go through a third party company to hire people to work from home to take those calls. Because prior to them sending people home and all these companies started acting crazy over this virus, they said the last thing that recruiter told me was, oh, because of this thing, we have to hold off and see what they're gonna do. What they didn't tell me was, which I figured out myself anyway, what they was gonna do was all those people that was working in the office up there in Ponce City Marketplace, they had to send them home. They had to work from home. So they couldn't that's why I didn't get on. Because this was right before all the stuff started shutting down and all that. So right before then they had to finally come to a halt. They said, oh no, we can't hire people to work in the call center anymore because and now we're gonna have to send people home. That's why I didn't get on. So all those people that was working with Instacart at that corporate headquarters up there in Ponce, and probably even the other location up in California, they probably had to tell all those people, you know, they either had to let them go if they didn't want to work from home, or they decided to just simply say, you know what, we're just going to hire a third party company and hire people indirectly to work for us working from home. So all these companies, even AT&T, Comcast, Home Depot, all of them had to now suddenly change those employees from working in the call center and they have to work from home now. Now, some companies 2, 3 years ago, they've been started having the employees work from home. I worked at Verizon a few years ago. They work from home now. And the company I was working with last year, remember I was working at CGS, it was with Sprint. I've had called a couple of, well, one person really. I contacted them just to see if they were still there. They hiring CGS, um, the scam company. They work from home 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, I think it's the third week. So they all had to work from home. So they closed the call center down, the brick building, whatever. Ooh, it's cold all of a sudden. Let me put the window down. Hold on. It's cold. Ooh. All right, I'm back. I was freezing. I know. I was like, God damn, cold up in here. My feet are cold. Dang garden would never seem to grow. I'm trying to grow me a garden. All of a sudden, it just felt freezing. Ooh. I was like, what day? When is it gonna get hot? But let me not wish that too soon. So, anywho, so all these companies, um, they transitioned all the workers in customer service to work from home. So that's what is going to be happening now. I think once they put these people home because of this COVID, some companies are going to like say, okay, we need more people, and they're going to go to a third party company to hire people, additional people to work from home, or they're just going to simply outsource their customer service department. So that's why I was saying to y'all, it might be time for some of y'all to start thinking about alternatives. Now, working from home can have its challenges, I can tell you. And I've noticed, let me tell you the biggest things that I noticed. One of the things I noticed when I was looking at my Bank of America account, and it breaks down everything in categories. My gas bill, me going to the gas station to get gas, has suddenly dropped so much. I said, well, dang, I'm only going to the gas station probably every week and a half, if not even that. And what else did I see dropped a lot? The grocery bill, that kind of that's not as much. Well, I don't know if that's as expensive. I know one thing: I'm not going to be spending a whole lot of more money when it comes to anything dealing with transportation. I'm not doing any deliveries with Domino's anymore. I'm not doing. I mean, I still do driving, like when I do my little merchandising thing, but that's only what, one day, like maybe one day, 2 days. That's it, and I'm not even driving all day. So I'm gonna be curious to see how much of a surplus in my budget I'm gonna really have. And even though the pay may not be as much, it kind of offsets the fact that I'm able to save more money in the long run. I really do. And I think that the wave of the positions that's needed now, working from home, is going to be they're going to be needing a lot of people. And I've had at least um, 5, 6 different. Um, hey, Ronch, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. But you know what, though? Like I said, you have to kind of, I always said any company like Uber Eats and Uber and Grubhub, I always said, you know what? 5, 6 years. That's it. 5 years. And suddenly that little Cinderella phase of whatever's gonna go. I just knew. I just knew. I said it wasn't gonna last. And it didn't take this COVID thing to happen for it to show its face. You know? So now you have to think about some other ways. If you're gonna do deliveries, you have to look at it like what other ways that you could do deliveries and still make money. Now, I was offered a position last week with Asurion. Now, Asurion is the one with the technology with the phones. When your phone's broken, I interviewed with them last week on the phone, and it was $16 an hour with 50 something cents a mile or something like that. They offered me the job, but they said that they had to wait because now with this thing going on, they said they have to wait until that thing is lifted. But um, they asked me if I could wait until this thing is finished because they hiring drivers. It won't be a 1099. It's part time, but it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How many miles do you go in a month? With who? Doing what? I don't understand your question, Ron. You talking about with the merchandising gig jobs I do, or you talking about Uber? I don't do Uber and all that stuff anymore. I don't do as many miles with. If you're talking about the merchandising gigs, when I go to different stores and stuff, it's not even 50 miles. Now, even when I did Domino's, see Domino's, the location I was working at, it was 50 cent good. They usually do the IRS rate, 52 cents. What is it? 56 cents a mile, something like that. I guess so. It depends. I don't know. It's good if you have a gas efficient car, but I think the rate is 57 cents a mile. No, it didn't. I was describing the job that was supposed to be for the Shurian. It was $16 an hour plus 57 cents a mile. But that offer has been put on hold because of this COVID thing. Because you have to, what they told me what the position entailed was I had to go to the facility. They'll give me the phones or whatever, and then I have to go and deliver people's equipment or phones or whatever. And it could be anywhere. I didn't, you know, but like I said, they told me they asked me if I could wait and see if I would because they had to because they put a lot of this shelter in place lockdown, so they have to wait until that gets lifted. So, but they was hiring for that, and I saw that a couple of weeks ago, and I finally had got a response back, and then when I heard, then when they told me because of this sudden change that they implemented with the state and a whole bunch of companies, they had to hold off on it. So I'll see what happens, see how long this lasts, see how long this is gonna go. But you have to start thinking about what kind of service, what kind of things are gonna be needed. Yeah, people are gonna need to go grocery shopping and get their groceries delivered. But once you start messing people over, but like Instacart was doing, it's real hard for me to really um, give them any kind of kudos of how they treat drivers. At least Amazon Flex, they may say $30 to $47 for 2 hours to deliver Amazon Flex groceries. Um, I would say that's pretty good, but I haven't done Amazon in a year. Now I could have done it last week and distant today, but I canceled at the last minute. Not from America. I didn't get mine yet. I already filed my taxes. I'm supposed to get my refund next week, so I'm gonna wait. Now that $1,200, you talk about the stimulus. If you're single, you get $1,200. Married, filing joint is $2,400. As long as your income don't go for 99,000 a year. No, you talk about different things. There's the stimulus, well, care, and you're supposed to get direct deposit, $1,200. Come, I said it's gonna be the end of April. People's about next week, but I don't know. I'm not gonna be, crying over no money that I didn't expect. If I get it, I get it. When I get it, put it that way. I'm getting it, but I could wait on that. Now, the other part of that stimulus was if you already get unemployment and you were in one of those positions where you had a decrease in your income or your hours, then you're supposed to get $600 a week in addition to whatever your unemployment is. So if you get unemployment, you don't need to do anything. It's going to either be determined automatically. If you was affected from this, it's some confusion, and I probably have to talk about this on another day because this video is an hour and almost 30 minutes, and it ain't supposed to have been this long. You're supposed to either apply a Department of Labor of your prospective state. You fill in some questions, and they'll determine if you hey, child, Ron, where you from? You must be from somewhere else. Yes. Where you from? I never saw your name. But anyway, just comment, like, subscribe, and I see you. Good night, Ron. Go ahead, it's dinner time. It's 1 something in the morning. What time is it? It's 12 midnight here. So you must be somewhere else across the other side of the world. But ciao. Arrivederci. But yeah. On the Department of Labor of your prospective state, they could determine whether or not you're going to get any part of that unemployment of $600 a week. But y'all have to remember, just because you get $600 a week, you got to pay taxes on that money. So don't pay nothing and get that thing for 6 months, and then next year come around, you owe. So don't get caught up in that $600 a week. And no, you cannot offset that by having deductions either. You're going to have to pay taxes on that money. So just remember, that's why I always try to get a combination of a regular W-2 job and do 1099, because I know that the monies that I pay through taxes is going to be given back to me. Oh yeah, Uncle Sam, they trust me. That stimulus, $2 trillion. I mean, it's good to have the $1,200, and but we're gonna pay for that. We're gonna pay for that. Let me tell you. Don't be surprised when you start getting your cell phone bill, water bill, gas bill, your regular tax, local tax. You're gonna suddenly see, well, where the hell did this come from? You're gonna start seeing all these little fees added on to every little thing that you buy and pay for. You're gonna see that they're gonna get their $1 trillion back. They ain't just giving that $1 trillion just because. We're gonna be paying for that. Your gas bill, electric bill, all of a sudden gonna have this FAACWXYZ tax or excise tax or surcharge. All of a sudden, you're going to see all these little charges on every little thing. Watch and believe. You wait and see. That's why Uncle Sam always in the back and watch everything in silence. Exactly. Exactly. The only I, whoever becomes president next year is going to determine what's going to happen. If Trump so happened to get reelected, what's the worst thing that could happen? He can't serve another term. He could be there for 4 years, but he could be a lame duck president because at that point, the Republicans and the Democrats, they're not going to feel threatened by his antics, you know? So they're going to turn on him. Somehow or another, they're going to turn on him. He ain't going to get the support that he think he's going to get. He thinks he could overrule and turn over laws and rules and things. The same way he could overturn President Obama's um, thing, somebody gonna turn around and do it to him. So I don't worry about it. I said, you know what? All those things you implemented, somebody gonna turn around and come in there and overturn your rules to they may either do it 4 years from now or they're gonna do it next year. So pick your poison. Next year or 4 years from now. You need to run for office. Exactly. When Russia started a couple years ago, I'm saying we Yep. All right, now go ahead and hit those thumbs up and subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers so I can finally get into um, doing more live streaming, not just sitting at home. But that's what's going to happen. That's the word. I think he committed treason. He knew about this thing in November when they had CIA intelligence on it. They told him that, and he ignored it. Think he all know it all. Oh, that's why he put tax on the right share now. Well, I don't order food and I don't do Uber, so I don't know. But and you know who's gonna pay the tax? We y'all, the ride share independent contractors. Yeah, they may tax the customer, they may tax the um restaurants, but they gonna tax that money. I'm telling y'all, they have not collected the estimated taxes on the ride share gig economy workers for the last 6-7 years, and that was my second job at the IRS. I was the one who reconciled the estimated taxes, and if it didn't reconcile, I was supposed to send the letters. That was my second job. And the only reason why I said second was because I did work at IRS in '96, and I was working in the mailroom. But then in 2006, I was the one who was reconciling the estimated taxes. And I said, that's why I be talking about this estimated taxes on my videos for the last couple of years. I always be talking about that to y'all. I said, if y'all ain't pay that estimated taxes, y'all gonna see they don't assess tax. It's 10 years. They will go back and assess whatever taxes. They could go back 10 years. They got 10 years to do it. So the IRS it ain't no rush to let people know that. The reason why they don't have it is because they don't have people who work there as much anymore, and they don't have the resources, and they don't have their computer systems has not been updated for the last 50 years. That's why it's slow. Even a penny cent you owe. I don't know about that. We have to elaborate that on them, Romeo. I mean, you pay the penny tax. I know you got that splot, what they call a splot tax, SPLOT. For the county, they say, oh, thank you for your penny tax. It helped us to pave this road. You know, the same damn road that keep having dang holes in the ground every time. But yeah, that's SPLOT. That's the county. Everything in the IRS is this. See, the Department of Treasury, the IRS is the tax collector. Department of Treasury, but everything ain't always the IRS. I think people use that interchangeable words incorrectly. You pay state tax, county tax, federal tax. They ain't gonna be that crazy now. They ain't gonna waste. They ain't gonna waste. Trust me, they ain't. Now you exaggerate. See, y'all be exaggerating. Ain't be no 1 cent from the IRS. It ain't like that. IRS is the agency that collects the tax. They're not gonna go on that. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. They're not that anal. They're not gonna go for a penny. Oh, your penny gonna go after you now. They're gonna have to. There's a difference between fraud and there's just the piece old tax. There's a big difference. People get they get carried away when they hear these commercials. Hey, Lyle crew, you're right. You do have to be disciplined. I said that yesterday, and I said that earlier. An hour ago, I said you have to be disciplined. All right, Lyle, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and hit the door and subscribe, please. I appreciate it. So, Lyle, what do you do from home for 9 years? You don't have to tell me the company, but I'm saying, what do you do? That's what I'm saying. It's so important to make sure you have the right equipment, nice comfortable chair, you know. You gotta cheat working from home just like anything else. Just because you're home. People think because you work from home, they think you got a whole bunch of freedom and stuff. You really don't. You really don't. I think sometimes you could get caught up. When you work from home, you get caught up very easily from um, not knowing how to separate personal from business. That could be a bit um, challenging, I guess you could say. I'm getting cold in this room. I'm about to have to. Okay, wait a minute. 1:38. I wasn't supposed to be on. I said I was going to be on here for an hour. I've been on here over 2 hours. Oh, not 2 hours yet. Y'all still hanging in there, though. Well, this job I have now, I will be working from home, and so far I love it. I mean, still in training, but so far I could I see my life working from home as something more routine, more permanent now. Because, like I said, I just think all these companies now they're gonna really see how they're gonna resort from doing that. Even who work from home, even those talk shows, like when you go like the Wendy Williams show and all those evening talk shows, they work from home. They got the whole studio set up from the house. They in their house doing the news and commentary, and you know they be on YouTube and stuff, and they be working from home, like Wendy Williams. I don't know what I don't know what to think about Chinese acupuncture. I can't see myself Someone put needles in my back or whatever. I don't know. Nothing I never thought about. I'm quite sure it got some scientific um, relief to it, but I don't even see that anywhere around. I'm like, where would you even go and find anybody to do that in Atlanta at that? I don't see it. Everybody be trying to get those little massage chairs in the middle of the mall, they'll massage, but I never seen acupuncture. I don't see that as much. Oh yeah, I know it's been a while since Western medicine, but that ain't something that interests me. Ooh, let me go ahead and go to acupuncture. Nah, nope. Oh well, I'm not gonna stay here too long. I'm supposed to go tomorrow morning to pick up some food at the food bank at the church I go to. I don't know. That ain't something I never heard no one mention it. I've heard of it. I know what it is, but that ain't something. That ain't something that's um detrimental to me. No, my schedule is Sunday to Thursday, and then after training is over, then then they'll tell us another schedule, I guess. But I gotta get through training first. So once I get through training, then we gotta pass the final test, and then you go to nesting. Nesting is basically like you on the production. You're actually doing actual work, but you're still like in training. And then after that, they'll tell you what to discuss about the holiday. It's just like any other company with holidays. If you work on a holiday, you schedule work on a holiday. I think they say you get holiday pay. I don't remember them saying that. I'm gonna ask them. I'm curious. Like the regular, federal holidays, not Easter. They don't, because even though a lot of stores will be closed for Easter, or if they open, they can close at 5 o'clock. That's not really considered one of the federal holidays. Federal holidays they talk about is 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, stuff like that. But I think we're gonna be open on all holidays. I think they say you may close Christmas. Like so some places they may close on Christmas or something like that, or Thanksgiving Day. But other than that, anything else is not really. Yeah, New Year's Eve. But this company has offices in Canada, all around the world. So it just depends. It just depends. It's just like if you work in retail, just because it's they give you Christmas Day off, or they give you Thanksgiving off or Christmas, but then you have to work the day after. So it don't make no difference because of this thing virus is going on for the whole months and months. It can't go nowhere anyway, so they say go to work. Hmm. Oh, I got my chair, Erica, from Office Depot in Tucker. They're going out of business, right? And I bought this chair. It was already assembled because when they told me it was 20 something pieces and stuff, I said, mm-mm. And then they had a 3 year a 3 year um, protection plan. So if anything goes wrong with this chair, broke, whatever, they'll replace it. If anything goes wrong in these 3 years, they'll replace it. But it's nice and comfortable. about $202 or something like that. That includes the tax and stuff. Yep. So if you're looking for office furniture for your office or anything like supplies, Office Depot. You know the one right there in Tucker, right next to the Publix in that shopping center off of La Vista Road. That one. They're going out of business. They still have a lot of stuff there too. Oh. So if you're looking for a chair, or even if you were looking to buy like a printer, or you know what? I need to buy me a printer. I'm gonna go there probably tomorrow, see what they got, because I don't need a printer for my job where I work at. I don't need to do that. But hold on, I'll be back. I'm back. Oh, my feet are cold. My feet are cold. You get me find me some slippers. Put me some socks on my feet. Anywho's, yep. So Office Depot is right next. It's in that shopping center on Briarcliff Road in La Vista. They closing April. I can't remember when they said it was gonna be finally closed. April, May. I want to say May. Sometime in May they're gonna be their last day, but they getting rid of stuff. They still got a lot of things. Desk. So like if the desk is already assembled, you could buy it off the floor and not put it together. Otherwise, if you buy a desk, chair, and they still everything is on the floor. Everything is already in the floor. So they don't have nothing in the back. So you could buy whatever you need. It's like 30, 40% off. So you need to buy paper, pens, desks, chairs, printers. They had no computers. So when I walked in there, I was like, well, goddamn. And I had just bought this brand new computer that I got on my desk from Best Buy. But I ain't gonna say it's gonna be any cheaper at Office Depot, but they didn't have any. I don't think I wasn't even looking. I wasn't even looking for no desktop or a computer. But when I walked in there, I noticed that they had no computers. They had all the computers out. I ain't see none of those. Man, in fact, did I even see any more printers? I'm gonna go there tomorrow, see what they got. I'm curious because I saw a printer there a few weeks ago. This was before they even said the store was gonna close. It was a pretty good price, but Office Depot really don't have bad prices, to be honest. But if you're gonna buy something like a chair or things, I won't go to no Walmart. I will not go to no Walmart. I wouldn't buy anything from Walmart, to be honest. I just don't think. I don't think stuff. I don't think Walmart is as cheap as people think it is. Oh well. I wasn't trying to go here too long. What time is it? 12:33. Erica, what you doing up anyway? Usually you be telling me good night and going to bed. Who else on here? Dorian, you still here? I know you're listening. Ron, you okay? Crowman, what you? Jeremy, I know Shelly went to bed. Fifi, Art, y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all got any other questions y'all need to ask me? Because I'm going to get off in the next 10 minutes. Why is it so cold? When the hell is it going to be hot? I know I shouldn't be wishing for it to be hot, but it don't seem cool either. You know how it used to be like a real nice, breezy kind of not too hot, not too cold. It didn't feel like that. I wonder. I wonder where all these people staying home and less cars on the road, is it really correcting the nature? Is the air quality getting better? I mean, I ain't talking about pollen either. I'm talking about with all these things going on in the world. Do you think that's affecting the weather? Oh yeah, Erica, you better go down there tomorrow. Because this chair, I think, was originally three something. So yeah, you better go down there and get that chair. If you wanna if you're good at assembling, they may have they still have some boxes of chairs. They also have chairs that's already assembled and stuff. And I wasn't trying not to figure out how to assemble no chair. So, and if you work from home, this is a tax write off for me. So, this brand new computer I got that I'm talking to you on, tax write off. This new chair, 200 something, tax write off. When I buy me a new printer and buy me some office paper and pens and all those things, tax write off. So I will be investing in office supplies. Cause see, even if I work for someone and I'm working from home, the fact that I'm buying all these things to work from home and it's not given to me by a company, except for the computer they sent me. But other than that, this laptop, chair, pens, papers, storage. Because that's another thing I'm gonna buy. They have some real nice storage things too. Not the plastic bins. I'm talking about these real decorative. I saw that in there, but I wasn't in the. I wasn't there to buy no things like that. So tomorrow I'm gonna go there tomorrow. On my way doing my gig things for merchandise after I come from church. I'm supposed to go to the food bank tomorrow. But you have to make an appointment. I go to Ray of Hope. Well, I go to Ray of Hope, but I haven't, been going regularly prior to them suspending church service from coming into the building. But so tomorrow morning I'm going there. I wonder what kind of things they're gonna give me. But anywho, but yeah, Erica, go over there to that home. Go over there. Don't wait, because if you're trying to wait and see. Let me see if they're gonna go lower in price. It'll be gone. Oh shoot, I ain't that much. I don't need to be putting all this hand sanitizer that I just got out of the bathroom and washed my hand. I'm just wasting poor little hand sanitizer. Put that right on back in the bottle. That's cheap. I found this thing, hand sanitizer, in a box from a few years ago. And all these Purex from Chick-fil-A, when I used to grab them prior to them closing the dining hall, I had those sitting in a drawer. I'm like, dang. If I knew what I knew now, I would have grabbed up a whole bunch of hand sanitizers and things like these, I would have grabbed a whole bunch, just put them in a bag. If I knew what I knew, but hand sanitizer is not to be a replacement of soap and water. So I know one thing, if I get a, I'm gonna keep this in my little fanny pack. So if I ever come across hand sanitizer at somebody's desk, I'm gonna fill it up, put it right on in my little purse. You're welcome. So Erica, which one would you go? So I'm telling you now, this chair fitted in my car is a Toyota Corolla. So if you had to get one that's assembled, I would get one. If you find one, I saw a white one. It was real comfortable, but I'd say no. That was $225, and it's like over. It was three something, and that chair was comfortable too. But I was like, oh, do I want white? But I didn't want to get white because it may get dirty like that. No, they told me that one in Tucker's closing. The one on 78 is still going to be open. But, Office Max and Office Depot had merged. So not all of them's going to close down, but it's just that particular one is going to close. So they don't know if others will be closing down in the future. So I have a feeling, in my opinion, they're going to close. They ain't gonna close all of them. They're not gonna close all of them. But the one on Memorial Drive, I'm surprised that one stayed open. I was like, why y'all close this one and y'all keep the one on Memorial Drive open? They said they actually yeah, Walmart is a germ pit, but you have to tell me what you mean by why you say it's a germ. Oh yeah, I know why. Just write it in the comment section, because if I say it, they may flag my channel. So yeah, I think Office Depot, Office Max, since they merged, and it's been a few years ago, they may close some of them across the country depending on where it is. But the one on Memorial Drive, I was surprised that they still open. I said, did anybody go there? But they said, they'll keep that one open. But I think if they close one, I hope they don't close the one on 78. I hope they don't close the one on 78, but if they were to close down some, they'll probably keep it depending on where it is. They'll probably keep the one that's in Holcomb Bridge Road. There's one over there. They'll keep that one open because more white folks live over there. So they ain't gonna close that one. But yeah, that Walmart, let me tell you, I did field agent today. Well, I was gonna do field agent, and I was supposed to go to Sam's Club on 124. And I don't have a membership at Sam's Club. So I was supposed to go in there, $3 each just to take some pictures. And it was a line. It was like a long line. I said, hell no. So they weren't letting nobody up in the Sam's Club. You had to. It was a long line. I said, hell no. All this just to do a damn assignment for field agent. And I said, I canceled it. And then I went to the Walmart neighborhood to do an assignment because I was going back towards Tucker. So I said, let me go. And I had did that one, but that one was confusing. So I don't know. I hope they paid me for it. It was just to take some pictures of the aisle, but I didn't understand what they wanted. So hopefully I did it right, but whatever. So there was a guy counting, like ticking people, how many people was to walk into Walmart. Because now I think you can only have so many people in the Walmart at one time. But then Sam's Club, I guess so many people were going into Sam's Club that it was probably so crowded that they only gonna let so many people in at one time and so many people out. But I see what you're saying. They could be a germ pit, and I never too much care for Walmart anyway because I don't like going through those long ass lines, self checkout, and it was just, especially the one on Memorial Drive. I went there doing an assignment. That fool with his jerry curl. Yeah, he literally had a jerry curl. I'm sitting here on against the wall charging my phone, and he gonna tell you can't stand it. You gotta go outside and charge your phone. I said, since when? I said I'm charging my phone so I could use the app. And that fool walked around with a dang jerry curl with a mask on with his ghetto ass self. And I was like, honestly, to manager, I made a complaint because that ain't gonna do no good. I hate Walmart. Rude ass people. Nigga, you better stand at that damn door or whatever and check those damn receipts. Not be worrying about why I'm standing against the wall charging my cell phone. Jackass. Hate that way, Walmart. Right up in there, damn Memorial Drive. Ghetto ass. Now I'm gonna tell you, with all this things going on, you would think that people would be a little bit more professional and nice. Not just talk to people all crazy. Make me sick. They better be glad they got a damn job. Because to be honest with you, fast food places is not essential to the point where they act like you can't come in the store. I mean, let me tell you how anal I am. Like I said earlier, I'll go into a place, if my stuff ain't hot or it don't even appear hot or they look like they just made it, I'm telling them, nope, this is cold. I want me a new one. You gonna fix me? I don't give a damn. If I gotta pay outrageous price to go to the drive-through, I want my shit right. Let me tell you why I wouldn't even order food no more or be real skeptical. I'm not paying $200 for a chair. Well, there's other. If you go online, Erica, at Office Depot, they got chairs that's under $200. I just bought this one because that included tax and it also included. They gave me the 3-year protection plan. So this chair was over $300. So at time they to knock down the price and the protection plan, which was free, even though he took it off the price. So I don't know. I gotta buy something that's gonna be comfortable. I bought me a $50 cheap chair from Walmart or whatever. I think it was Walmart. They're little cheap black chairs. They were $50. It is not comfortable. It tore up too quickly. You have to also think about weight capacity too on the chair. See, when you get those cheap chairs, you got to look at it. It may tell you um, the lifetime, like in terms of sitting in a chair. Like it will tell you, like this one had a tag. It had 8 hours. That means if you was to sit in a chair for 8 hours, that means you're not gonna. It's not gonna sink down. You know how like the cushion you sit in a chair for a while, it gets flat and it loses support. Like it doesn't have a back support. See, this one got like the back support, the armrest. You can't see it because the computer is not high. So I had to look at it from terms of longevity. You know, that $50 chair, the cheapo chair, $79 chairs and stuff. When you sit in it, all the dang cushion is flat. It lose all the support, and then when you lift up your chair, after a while, it starts to sink. You can't put it back up. It it breaks. So, but that's my opinion. But you do have to buy something. You know what they say? You pay what you get. You pay what you get. And if you buy something cheap, it ain't gonna last. It may last you for a few months, and then when something goes wrong with the chair, the warranty is not good. And they'll tell you too. So you got those cheap chairs, they say 6 months warranty or maybe a year, and then if it's normal wear and tear, that's not included. So if that chair break, and you have to look at the warranty and you have to look at the comfort. I gotta sit down and be at my desk and take calls and stuff. And I have to sit there. I have to be comfortable. And if you're not, I'm not trying to get no back pain. So this is quite comfortable. But you'll see, go up there when you be sitting in that chairs tomorrow. When you go up there to look around and you be sitting in some of those chairs, I'll be like, yep. Because you know when I used to work, when I used to work in the office in customer service, and I remember when we would sit there for 8 hours and stuff at our desk working, and it'd be so uncomfortable, and the chair would be broken, and they had so many little broken chairs all lined up in the office. And people be like, that's my chair, because they put their name on the bottom of it. Because when you sit in a chair in an office and people be trying, you be sitting in the chair, why it's broken. You be like, can't, all the cushion gone and nope. Don't buy no $50 chair, Erica. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be like, what? You gotta buy, if you can't get $200, 100 something in the hundreds, put it that way. $200? $50 chair? Nope. I'm telling you. I sat in one of those cheap chairs at the thing. I was like, well, and they ain't had that many cheap chairs there anyway that I saw. But the ones that I saw, I could tell. I could feel the difference. I was like, no, this don't feel comfortable to me. And it didn't seem sturdy, and it didn't seem, I can't even tell you where that damn chair is. I bought that cheap ass chair at Walmart a few years ago. Thing all broken down. And it was one of those cloth chairs too, and it was like no cushion. All the thing cushion was gone. I don't even know what happened to that damn chair. I went for an apartments and nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Like I said, I'll probably buy me another chair that's more or less expensive. But for now, I'm gonna use this as my office chair to sit in front of my Mac computer in the other room, and then roll this chair over to this one. And then if I buy me another chair, then I'll buy another chair. But other than that, I'll wait and see. When they start getting down to the very last, and then, and see how much it costs me. But I have to get something comfortable. It ain't nothing worse than sitting in a chair for 8 hours talking to someone on the phone, and then your back be hurting, because my back was hurting on these things. Um, Chair, let me show y'all. You see that little black chair right there? That chair was not even an office chair. That chair was from 4 apartments ago for probably about 20 years. I had that chair was one of those um chairs that was supposed to go to a glass dining room table. That was that chair. The other chair, the other room that I was sitting on when I was talking to you on previously, that chair is at the curve of um the neighbor across the street. I said, why they getting rid of this chair? It was like almost new. Well, I'm gonna say it was almost new, but it was nothing wrong with it. I was sitting on that. That was not even a chair to sit on either. That wasn't even an office chair. That thing was hurting my back for the whole week. I was sitting there because I had to sit there during the training. And I said, this ain't gonna work. And that chair gonna be put right on back down to the curve too. I don't even know if they're gonna do any more Goodwill or the American Kidney Fund if they're gonna be collecting donation items anymore. I don't know if they're gonna be doing that anymore. I doubt it. But you're gonna need a comfortable chair. I'll tell you that. Can't go cheap on can't go cheap on stuff like that. Trust me. And then if you're gonna be the only one sitting in the chair, or you have other people who be plopping in the chair too, you don't want that. Anywho, I've been on here for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and I gotta go to get up in the morning, do my little things. But anywho, I appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel so I can get to 1,000 subscribers. I need to get 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I need about 300 more people to sign up for me to get to my number. But anywho, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.